More than 800 Americans are sexually assaulted each day. There are 1,309 homeless here in Spokane.
Unfortunately, homeless people are also victims of sexual assault. 32% of them are women, 27% of them are men, and 58% of them are the LGBTQ+.
And I'm here with my supervisor, Erin Cardin. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I would. So my name is Erin Cardin. I'm the program supervisor for our volunteer program, which are highly trained victim advocates, volunteers that respond to hospitals and crisis line here in Spokane County.
Kind of talking a little bit about like what happens when a survivor tries or chooses to go to a hospital. Can you talk a little bit about that process and what this office is kind of lacking to help those needs?
Yeah, so when somebody goes to the hospital, the primary reason is going to be medical treatment. Secondary to that is going to be evidence collection. Part of that evidence collection, can be really invasive, and included is taking the survivor's clothing, because there could be potentially evidence on it. It's not that every single sexual assault survivor has all their clothing taken, but a lot do, and people aren't always expecting to have that happen, so they don't always come prepared to the hospital with like an extra pair of clothes or things that they can change into, and once they are there, that can be really challenging, because then calling somebody and asking them to bring down clothes, or going out and buying clothes in the middle of the night, it can be outing, it can be just unattainable, and it can be really, really just powerful just to have something there for them that is comfortable to change into, that they can leave the hospital not in like paper gowns or scrubs, that just restores dignity, that allows them to feel human and taken care of, and to just have this taken off their plate for them, to not be something that they have to worry about in this really terrible moment.
Mm-hmm. And could you talk a little bit about what goes into these clothing kits?
Yeah, so what we want are clothes that are just kind of non-identifying and comfortable, like something that you would want to wear after an uncomfortable medical procedure, like pajamas or sweats, nothing like work clothes or anything like that. Just something that, helps them feel like clean and okay and normal. So we don't want used clothing, because the purpose isn't necessarily to give them clothes as to restore dignity.
So what can we do? To this reason, we created StARSS, Students Advocating for the Rights of Sexual Assault Survivors. Our group will create kits for the survivors. Our kit will include shirts, pants, underwear, socks, backpacks, and a nice convenient backpack. Also, we would like to include pamphlets, numbers to reach out to, and uplifting postcards. The project has the potential to grow within the community. We do plan on reaching out to organizations such as Blessed Under the Bridge after the success of this project. Pharmacists are the first-line healthcare professionals in many communities, and this should not be any different in regards to sexual assault survivors. We envision this project in the future to include educational for all pharmacists, and which includes numbers to reach out to, counseling, and insurance compensation if applicable.
Thank you for watching. Go Cougs!